ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरो वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजाता सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवम् श्री राधा कृष्णपादां सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितं च हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्ता राधा कान्ता नमस्तुते। तप्त काञ्चन गौरांगी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानन्द श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृन्द हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरो दीनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्यं। जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद जय द्वैत चंद्र जय गौरभक्त वृंदा। जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद जय द्वैत चंद्र जय गौरभक्त वृंदा। जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद जय द्वैत चंद्र जय गौरभक्त वृंदा। All glories to Lord Chaitanya, all glories to Lord Nityananda, all glories to Advaita Chandra, and all glories to all the devotees of Lord Chaitanya. ये अवधि विश्वरूपा महिला बहिरा तदवधि प्रभु कीचु हईला सुस्थिरा. Since Vishwarup left home, the Lord became somewhat more peaceful. So last few sessions we are hearing that how naughty Nimai was, but once his elder brother took sannyas, so then he became a little more calm. निरवधि था के पिता मातरा समीपे दुख पास रहे ये ना जननी जनके. He constantly remained at the side of his mother and father so that they would feel some relief from their distress. So Lord's heart is anyways full of compassion. And here he could see his own parents suffering so much in the agony of separation from their elder son. So he became little grave and mature and he started spending time with his parents. खेल संबरिया प्रभु यत्न करी पढ़े तेला पुस्तक छाड़ी नहीं नाडे. The Lord stopped playing and concentrated on his studies. He would not leave his books for even a moment. So there was a drastic transformation in his personality. एक बार ये सूत्र पढ़िया प्रभु आया, आर बार उलडिया सबरे ठिकाया.
The Lord mastered a sutra after reading it only once, and he was able to defeat all others in debating its meaning. So we read again and again and again and again and again, and yet we forget. And Lord would read only once, and it'll become so fixed within his mind that he, on that basis, he would debate others in defeating also, debating also.
देखिया अपूर्व बुद्धि सबे प्रशंसे, सबे बोले धन्य पिता माता है नवंशे. Everyone praised his wonderful intelligence and declared, glorious are the father and mother who have such a son. So till now, many of them were kind of finding they were troubled by him.
But yet they were also saying, I mean, when they were troubled, also they were saying that the parents are glorious. And now, though, of course.
संतोषे कहे ना सबे जगन्नाथ स्थाने, तुमित कृतार्थ मिश्र एहेन नंदने.
In satisfaction, they then said to Jagannath Mishra, you are most fortunate to have such a son. Tumita Kritarth.
हे मता सुबुद्धि शिशु नाही त्रिभुवने, बृहस्पति जीनी नाहिबे अध्ययने. In the three worlds, there is no child as intelligent as this boy. He will defeat Brahaspati in learning. Of course, he is the master of Brahaspati. शूनिले सर्व अर्थ अपने वखाने, दान पाखी नीते नारे को न जाने.
He can explain the meaning of anything he hears just once. No one is able to defeat his reasoning.
शूनिना पुत्रेरा गुण जननी हरीशा, मिश्र को न चित्ते बड़ा हय विमरीशा. Mother Shachi was pleased to hear about her son's extraordinary qualities, while Jagannath Mishra again became greatly morose at heart. So when so much glorification came of Nimai Pandit, mother became very pleased. She was very happy, but the father became very worried and very sad at heart. Shachi Brati bole Jagannath Mishra vara, एहो पुत्र नारहिबे संसार भीतर.
Sri Mishra said to Sachi, so why he became remorse is this is the reason that Eho Putra na rohibe Shamsara Bhitar. This son will also not remain at home. This son will also become a sannyasi.
विश्वरूपा पाणि सर्वशास्त्र, जानीला संसार satya नाहितिल matra. Sri Vishwarup studied all the scriptures and understood the temporary nature of this world. So usually that is what happens when we study the scriptures and we understand the real goal of human life, and we understand that everything in this material world is temporary. Then naturally we want to advance more and more in spiritual life. सर्वशास्त्र मर्म जानी विश्वरूप धीरा, अनित्य संसार हाइते आइला बाहिरा.
After leaving the essence of these after learning the essence of these scriptures, the sober-minded Vishwarup gave up transitory material life.
एहो यदि सर्वशास्त्रे आई विज्ञानवाना, छाड़िया संसार सुख करिवे पयाना. If this boy also becomes well versed in the scriptures, then he will also give up material happiness and leave home. So his father was drawing a parallel between his elder son Vishwarup, that he studied scriptures, he understood the essence of the scriptures, and therefore he understood that there is no use of continuing with this material life. So he accepted sannyas and he went away. And same fear he had now for Nimai. He was thinking that if Vishwambar also becomes well versed with scriptures, then he will also see the temporary nature of material happiness and he may also go away. So it was a very logical conclusion. हे पुत्र सबे दुई जानेरा जीवाना इहारे न देखी ले दुई जानेरा मराना.
This son is our life and soul. If we don't see him, we will both certainly die.
अतएव इहार पड़िय कार्य नाई मूर्ख नगारे मोरा रहु निमाई. Therefore, you should no longer study. Let Nimai remain home as a fool. So if he will not study, he will not know all of these things. Then that virakti and that detachment won't arise in his heart. So let him remain a fool. Let him remain at home.
Stop his education.
Stop his education. शशि बोले मूर्ख हाइले जीवे का के माने मूर्खे रे कन्या होना
दीवे को न जाने. कौन अपनी कन्या देगा? Who will offer their daughter to a fool?
Mother's concerns are different, father's concerns are different.
So Shachi Devi is saying, if he remains a fool, how will he survive? What will he do for his livelihood? And who will give the daughter for marriage? We are thinking that sannyasi, but even if he stays at home, he'll not become a grihastha then.
Mishra bole tu mita bodha mitra sutta harta karta bharta Krishna savara rakshita. Jagannath Mishra replied, you are the ignorant daughter of a Brahmana. So Jagannath Mishra is very anxious, and in that anxiety he is telling Sachi Mata, your father is such a great Brahmana, but you have become completely ignorant. You're worried about all of this. Lord Krishna is the doer. He is the controller. Krishna is the maintainer. Krishna is the protector of all living entities.
Harta, karta, bharta, rakshita. Everything is Krishna.
You can take a screenshot. Now we can all remember this. जगत पोषण करे जगतेर नाथा पांडित्या पोषये केवा कहिला तो माता.
The Supreme Lord maintains the entire universe. Who told you that good education can maintain one? Point.
किवा मूर्ख की पंडिता याहर ये खाने कन्या लिखी अच्छे कृष्ण से वे आपने. Whether one is a fool or a scholar, they will marry wherever and whomever Krishna has sanctioned for him. So Jagannath Mishra was very clear that the one who maintains, one who protects is Krishna. So whomever Krishna has ordained this boy to be married to, that marriage will invariably happen whether he's big scholar or he remains a fool.
So those devotees who are pretty anxious, that marriage nahi ho rahi hai, the proper alliance is not coming. So Krishna has sanctioned and he or she will find your way.
Kula vidya adi upalakshana sakala sabare poshaye Krishna Krishna sarva bala. Education, birth, and other qualities are only superficial. So these are only superficial qualities, how much one is educated, and whether one has taken birth in a highly respected family or in a low family, and other qualities only superficial. Krishna alone is the maintainer, sabare poshai. So the portion is done, the maintenance is done by Krishna, and Krishna sarvabal. He actually is the true strength of all living entities. साक्षाते ना देखा अमाता पढ़िया अमर रे के नाही भाता.
This can directly seen in my life. He's giving his own example. Although I am educated, I am nevertheless poor. So don't think that your son will become educated and then he will get money. I am educated. Where is the money?
So this is a point of reflection for all parents. Balamate varna ucharite uyanare sahasra pandita giya dekatar dware.
Someone else may be unable to properly recite the alphabet, yet he may have thousands of scholars at his doorstep.
अतएव विद्या आदि न करे पोषण कृष्ण से सवार करे पोषण पालन. Therefore, qualities like good education cannot maintain one. Only Krishna maintains us. So we see that Jagannath Mishra is so well situated in his Krishna consciousness. He is an eternal father of the Lord. So he is an eternal devotee. But then this simple principle is explaining to all of us. So actually, if we understand, if we go through this whole section, I'm sure parents can relieve themselves. Those parents who have great anxiety about one child's education, what will this child grow up and do? How will he maintain himself? What will happen? So the parents can relax after reflecting on this particular section. Anasena Marinam Vena Dainiya Jivana Anaradhita Govinda Charanasya Katham Bhave.
For one who has never worshipped the lotus feet of Lord Govinda, how is it possible for him to live in comfort and die in peace? So actually the point here is not education. The point here is Krishna consciousness. So if somebody is thinking that only if I am educated, then I'll be happy. Only if I am educated, then I'll have luxury. That is being, that is being questioned here, or that is being addressed here. So it is not that anti-studies thing Chaitanya Bhagavat is teaching us, but it is highlighting or emphasizing the importance of factoring Krishna in. So Krishna has to be there, and if Krishna is there, then everything would be auspicious.
If all education and everything is there, but Krishna is missing, then it is a failure.
Yeah.
If Krishna is there, and even if education is not there, still there is success. Anayase marana jivana danya vine Krishna se vile se haya nahi vidya dhane. If one wants to live without poverty and die peacefully, then he should serve Krishna. Education and wealth will not help. So if you want to live without poverty and we want to die peacefully, then we should be in Krishna consciousness. Education and wealth alone won't help.
In fact, sometimes education and wealth becomes a hindrance also. If a person is too educated, highly educated, or very wealthy, so for them to become a devotee is very difficult, because if he's too educated, he would question everything. He would not have faith in the scriptures. Or too wealthy, which means that he's so absorbed in sense gratification.
He won't die peacefully.
He won't die peacefully. Okay. I'm telling from the point of view of that becomes a blockage sometimes in progressing in Krishna consciousness.
If one doesn't have anything, or one is detached from everything, akinchana, then one will naturally be very peaceful in this life and at the time of death. But if one has wealth and one is attached to his wealth, then one will be anxious now and most anxious at the time of death. Krishna kripa vine nahe dukhira mochana Thaki lava vidya kula koti koti dhana.
One's distress can never be mitigated without the mercy of Krishna. Even if one is endowed with high education, good birth, and great wealth. So without Krishna's mercy, nobody can be happy.
Yadagrihe achaye uttama upabhoga Hare Krishna diya chena kona maharoga. One may have luxurious items for enjoyment in his house, yet by the arrangement of the Lord, he may be suffering from disease. So sometimes we see that one may have all the wealth at his disposal, thousands of crores, but his body is become a situation, his body is in a situation that he cannot take chapati with ghee. He has to take it without ghee. কিছু বিলাসিতে নারে দুঃখে পুরি মারে ইয়ার নাহি তাহা হইতে দুঃখী বলি তারে.
Such a person cannot enjoy a thing and thus burns in misery. I consider him more miserable than one who does not possess anything. Imagine you have everything and you are not permitted to enjoy those things. So it is right in front of you and yet you are not enjoying. So that is more miserable condition than a person who does not have it.
এতে জানিয়া থাকিলেও কিছু নায়া यारे ये न कृष्ण आज्ञा से सत्य हया. Know for certain that one may possess great opulence, but unless Krishna permits, he cannot enjoy. So this is a very beautiful section for all of us to reflect upon. So please do that.
Apply.
Yeah. एतिके नकार चिंता पुत्र प्रति तुमी कृष्ण पोषिबे न पुत्र कहिला न आमी.
Therefore, do not worry about your son. I assure you that Krishna will maintain.
यावत शरीर प्राण चये हमारा तावत तिलेक दुख नहीं कहुहारा. As long as I live, I will not allow him to suffer the least.
Even if he is uneducated.
Amasa bara Krishna achena rakshayata eva chintato miyara mata pativrata.
We have Lord Krishna as our protector, and you are a good mother and chaste wife. So why should you worry? You are following your duties very nicely, and Krishna will protect.
बढ़िया नहीं का कार्य बालिनु तुम्हारे मूर्ख हरि पुत्र मोरा रहो मात्र घरे. Therefore I say that he does not need to study further. Let him stay at home uneducated. So he well addressed Mother Shachi's concerns.
And we have two kids here hearing these verses. So I don't know what their understanding is.
एतबलि पुत्रे कीड़ा मिश्रवारा मिश्र बोले शूना बापा अमर उत्तर.
Saying this, Jagannath Mishra called his son and told him, listen, my dear son.
Shuna Papa. Aji harte aaro path nahi ka tumhara ihate anyatha kara shapat amhara. From today on, I want you to give up your studies. I forbid you to continue.
शपथ दे दी पिता ने.
ये तुम्हारा इच्छा बाप ताई दीवामी गृहवासी परम मंगल थाक तुम्ही.
My dear son, I'll give you whatever you desire. Stay comfortably at home.
एतबलि मिश्राचारी लेना कार्यंतर पढ़िते न पाया आरा प्रभु विश्वंभर. Seeing this, Jagannath Mishra went to attend his duties, and Lord Vishwambhar refrained from further studies. Obedient child. Nitya dharma sanatana Shri Gauranga Raya Nalange Janaka Vakya Padite Nayaya.
The personification of eternal religious principles, Sri Gaurangarai followed his father's instructions and gave up his study. So now this instruction is coming. Few verses back we read that after Vishwarup left, Mahaprabhu had become very serious and grave, and he would always hold his books next to him. Like wherever he would go, he would carry his books. But because his father has told, he immediately gave up his studies. So which means that was one area where he became very interested. So this was his area of interest. And yet, following the father's instructions, he gave it up.
So qualified father is also considered as a spiritual master. And here Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Nimai is showing by his personal conduct the principle of surrender to spiritual master. So if spiritual master has given an instruction, and one follows that instruction. Antare dukhita Prabhu vidya rasa bhange Puna Prabhu uddhata ila shishu sange. The Lord was disappointed to give up his scholastic pursuits. So he again began his childhood mischief.
कुछ तो करेगा बच्चा.
कि बने जगह रे प्रभु कि बपर गए यहाँ पाए ताहा भंगे अपचय करे.
Whether in his own house or in another's house, the Lord would break and ruin whatever he got his hands on. So he again became very naughty and started breaking things.
निशाय प्रभु न आई से घरे सर्वरात्रि शिशु संगे नाना क्रीड़ा करे. He would not even return home at night. Rather, he would continue playing all night with the other boys. The other boys' mothers also not calling. Kambale dhakiya anga duvi shishu meli vrasha praya haya chalena ko dohali. The Lord and another boy covered themselves with a blanket and played as a bull.
Two boys in one blanket, and they became like a bull. They were acting like bull.
यार बाड़ी काला देखिता के दीने रात्रि हाय वर्ष रूपे भांगये अपाने.
If they saw banana trees at someone's house during the day, at the night the Lord and his friend disguised as a bull would destroy them.
गरुज्ञाने गृहस्थकाराय हाय हाय जागिरे गृहस्थ शिशु सम्मति पलाया. Thinking that a bull was destroying his bananas, the house owner cried out in lamentation. As he came out from his house, the boys ran away. Karo ghare dwara diya bandhe bahire lagavi guru grihastha karite nahi pare.
The Lord would lock the door of someone's house from outside, and the householder would be unable to come out for passing urine or stool. So that time there was no attached bathroom. So poor people, they were sleeping at night and then they had to use wash. I mean, they had to go out to pass urine or stool, but they were locked inside.
के बंधिया दुनिया का हाय हाय जागी है गृहस्थ प्रभु उठिया पलाए. When the householder cried out, "Who has locked my door?" the Lord ran away. ए मत दिन रात्रि त्रिदशेराया शिशुगण संगे क्रीड़ा करना सर्वदाया.
In this way, Tridash Rai played continually day and night with his friend. So no controls, no responsibilities. He would just do all these notorious things, mischiefs, day and night.
Tridash.
Tridash, the one who destroys the
Three types of
miseries, Adi Devik, Adi Bhautik, Adhyatmik. The destroyer of three types of miseries, the person who can give liberation from birth, death, disease, old age. That is the second aspect of Tridash. And the third aspect is
that he controls the 33 different types of devatas. यते का चापल्याकारे प्रभु विश्वंभर Tatapi Mishra Kechu na kare uttara. In spite of all Vishwambar's mischievous activities, Jagannath Mishra did not say a thing. So such a change in Jagannath Mishra also last time, he was so angry, he picked up a stick and he he angrily walked to the ghat, Ganga Ghat, searching for his son that today I will beat him. But now he's just very quiet. He's not saying anything despite Vishambar's mischievous activities. Ekadina Mishra Chali Lena Karyantara Parite na Paya Prabhu Krodita Antara.
One day after Jagannath Mishra went for his duties, the Lord became very angry because he was not allowed to study. Actually, all this he was doing because Father has forbade him to study, so he was not studying, but he wanted to study. So he's exhibiting his anger.
Vishnu Naividyarayata Vrajahandi Gana Vasilena Prabhu Handi Kariya Asana. He then sat down on the old rejected pots that had been used for preparing offerings for Lord Vishnu. So that time they would use the mud pots and they will cook, and from that they will offer to the Lord. And then once the bhoga has been offered, it's prasadam, then it will be consumed by the family members and the discarded pots will be thrown in one corner. So he went and he sat on them. Eva nirguna katha shuna ekamane Krishna bhakti siddhihaya ihare shravane.
This topic is most confidential. Whoever hears it will attain devotional service to Lord Krishna. So that katha which Vrindavan Das Thakur is about to narrate is most confidential. And those of us who want to devotional service to Lord Krishna, please log in tomorrow at 7:30 because then we will continue the katha. Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Thank you all for joining. And tomorrow morning we will meet for Sacred Morning Japa. Hare Krishna. Shila Prabhupada.